Yeah, it's gonna be 105 degrees today, nigga. Man, you be like, y'all worry about me
I
having.
only got 100 as the high.
This is gonna feel like 105.
Actually, 96. But it's gonna be humid.
Mm-hmm. I'm so glad I'm gonna be where I'm gonna be at.
Yeah, humidity. It's already at 81%.
So you feel me?
Text her and tell her to turn the air back on.
Bro, when I tell you, I just thank God for me being who I am. Oh, man. I really think it's gonna be sweet with this once we pull this concert off. The lineup. I think. What do you think about calling it headliners?
Headliners
for the tour, so they don't specify nobody as being a headliner. The whole thing, like everybody headliners. You feel me? Yeah, the mic is on. I'm so glad I'm gonna be where I'm gonna be at. Is it connected?
Yeah.
Go to is it go to the sound or is it USB audio?
Up early in the morning, get the kids off to school, rise and grind, pack a lunch or two, then get to work in a few. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rise and grind. Hey, hey. Rise and grind for your daily news. Rise and grind, grinding just for you. Rise and grind when you don't have a clue. Rise, we've got the scoop for you. Yeah. Rise and grind. Oh yeah. Rise and got the scoop for you. Rise and grind. Knowledge is power. Rise and we've got the scoop for you. Yeah.
Titties. That's right, I'm a man with breasts. Okay? My name is Miles Dixon, and you are checking out the Rise to Grind Morning Show. We do this every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's your one and only, the big homie, the one that just said Miles Dixon is in the building. Along with me, this stirring up nothing but travesty and mess is none other than my soul brother with lace front froze. Lace front froze. None other than DJ Elbow, y'all was in the building with us. And so Brittany, we just got airspace to clear the airways, so her jet is landing right now. We just need time for her to onboard and walk the runway and come on in. They just cleared her for her jet to land. It's landing soon. When it comes down to what we talking about, y'all, I just ask that everybody have a particular understanding of what's going on in real life. There's people out here hurting each other, y'all, and it doesn't make sense. Booker just told me there was over 3 shootings yesterday in regards of 2 of them. One of them was at a graduation party where 2 people were shot, and also heard about a guy who shot someone on the freeway on 94 and followed him to the hospital and shot him again. Tried to. You know what type of balls you have to have, or dumbass mentality you had? No, let's start with the dumbass mentality. You had to be, that's dumbass mentality. Damn. That's dumbass mentality. Because when you think about it, what type of idiot would go where you know what cameras are? Grand Theft Auto has ruined the mind or mentality of people who play video games in our urban communities, because we think that shit real. You think you could just shoot a gun or hang out of a car window and do things and that shit. You just got to hit the reset button. There's no reset button on your life, whether it's on prison or as you going getting buried. There's no reset. One thing for sure that they didn't show, what they need to show, is the truth, and the true AI, automated information, or artificial information, or artificial intelligence, however they want to put it, information when your ass go to prison. How does it feel to get sodomized? How does it feel to get cut, stabbed, choked, hung? I had a friend of mine, he was hung in prison over 6 times till he was almost lifeless. Well, on the 6th or 7th time, he hung himself. Life, we have to really think about what life is truly about. And right now it seems like they gave us augmented realities and artificial intelligence to supersede or try to supersede human touch, human life, and real families. And ain't no joke. And if in Grand Theft Auto and things like that had us, oh, she looking summery, y'all, that jet landed, look at her, she got legs too, look at them legs. She got legs.
Sheer energy legs.
But she needed a little bit more lotion, but they cute. So, I believe
You
if
ain't got
they,
my slides on? You know what?
her feet not done. Listen, Boog, I'm about to teach you about women formalities sometimes. So,
Nah, she just being on something.
no, she ain't. She, look at the feet. She ain't showing them because she know they terrible looking.
No, they not. She keep her feet done. She ain't got no excuses. Don't get no Bro, give her no excuses.
Okay. So anyway, I believe if they, oh, we ain't even get to
You
what
want
we
to
talking about.
know what we talking about?
So we talking about your ashy ass feet. So if we come to a point to where these video games actually have funerals and jail portions and them sitting in the courtrooms and showing the effect of families that they tormented and dog, I guarantee you things will change. But they don't, and we just don't get it right now. It's sad but very true.
Good morning, y'all. Yeah, Shizbot is kind of intense to start off. We just, it's so much going on. Shout out to Shizbot checking in. Shout out to Girl Boy Peasy. Midday vibes in this thing. What up, though?
They come on today at 2:00 too.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
So for everybody that's tuning in, do us a favor. Make sure you click like, share this video with your people. Tell them to get on over here and join the discussion. Today's discussion is what's the most significant thing in life that changed you?
Yes. I mean, yeah. Everything ain't always fun and games. Everything ain't always fun and games.
Y'all too deep this morning.
Yeah,
we too deep?
It's like 90-something degrees. You was talking about something like this?
Yeah.
Bringing my mood down.
Ooh.
Bringing your mood down.
Hey, man, I was all
Talking about the most significant thing in your life that changed you is bringing you down.
So not just
I mean,
well, the most significant thing that changed me was
what?
it was a couple things.
It was so many she can't even think
That's what I'm
about
saying. I'm like, which one do I want to use? Life happens.
it. Life definitely
Life
does.
happens. I was
The most significant. Oh, you want to go?
No, I was with some friends, a group of friends last night. I had class last night, and afterwards we all went out
And drink.
and we were just talking, and it's like life happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when life happens, we lose that inner child.
Oh yeah.
So, but the interesting thing about class and what we're doing is we go back to that inner child.
Ooh, and some people, it's a dark place for a lot of people.
Sometimes it is a dark place, but we kind of go back to that, and it's like, dang, life really happened.
Mm-hmm. The most significant thing to change me, it was probably the worst thing that ever happened to me, but it was for the better. It was the death of my mother.
Mm-hmm.
When I say it's probably the best thing, because I probably would have been average if my mother was still alive.
I think that's interesting that you say that, because I know, like, when death happens, we're always sad, we're this, we're that, but like everyone says, God has a bigger purpose and a bigger plan.
God always have a bigger purpose.
So he uses pain for purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, he don't view death the way that we see it. And like you said, like if you didn't lose your mom, who knows how you would have been, how you would have came out.
I know exactly how I would have been.
Yeah.
I would have been average. I would have been the average plant worker probably. I probably still did my music, but I wouldn't have went at it as hard. I would have been the average plant worker, parking my F-150 close to the house, to the side door, living in my mom's house because...
Is that what the average people do?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't.
They live with their parents as long as they can. Okay, to quote unquote say they
Why
saving money.
Why is that a bad thing?
Wait a minute, hold on. To say they saving money, and really it's a thing of disconnect. A lot of people are afraid to disconnect from their parents.
I find that interesting that you say that, because I feel like in our community we feel that way, but if we go into other communities, they stay home.
But they are trained that way.
But I'm saying the reason why is they stay home
because of morally.
They do that. It's also saving money and things like that, because when they do go out, they're not starting from a deficit.
Yeah,
versus
and they
us,
not
we believe
leaving out and then having to come back.
Exactly. Our whole thing is what you said, leaving out, not being prepared, not having all these things, and now we're struggling at this point. So that's why I'm like, is it necessarily a bad thing?
Well, most importantly, they make sure that their children are married,
Yes.
raising a family,
Yes.
to have the proper things, like you said. The thing about us, I'm a single person staying at my mom's crib, saving up money, and really I'm not saving because majority of people that say they're saving at home be at the bar blowing money. It's a lot of like the majority of the part we act like we don't see it because we really don't care. Because we figure everybody be grown, but it's a lot of people be at their crib staying. And I'm still with my mom's because she older. No, you staying there because you don't have to pay no rent, and you staying there because her bills is only $86 a month, and you staying there because let's face the facts.
You still taking care of your ass. You doing your laundry. You still getting cooked meals from mama.
Yeah.
And you can go splurge on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, but then we all our community so jacked up because then you have 4, 5, 6 brothers and sisters working the plant that's making over $100,000 a year, bringing in the income of almost $600,000 as a whole. And instead of building a house from the ground up, right? They don't do it,
No, they don't.
and so. Hey y'all, we stupid.
Because you do know how much money, like you know how much you could be investing or what you can be creating or what you can be doing. Like that's what I learned from other communities. That's what they do.
So
It's like we did.
I'm gonna tell you something. So I'm gonna let a secret out. I've been working on something, but the thing I've been working on for the past 4 or 5 months, recently, the people I was working with was killed in an airplane accident Saturday. When I seen it, I was like, oh, okay, that plane looks familiar, but I doubt it. You know what I mean? I called. The wife wound up picking up the office phone, crying. She said, "Mose, I'm sorry, but..." I'm like, damn. I just looked at the phone like... So anyway, but I'm going to tell you just funny how God works. So that very night, I went to Starters, right? Mm-hmm. No, it was the next day because that was a Sunday. I went to Starters. And there was these 2 guys. They was just very observant. They ate. You know what I mean? One had a hoodie on. And so they looked out of place, but they didn't look out of place.
Okay.
Couldn't have found out they was African software
Developers. Okay.
And their names were so difficult for me to say. I just was like, okay, what can I call you in America? And they're like, Chuck and Kels. I said, okay, good. Chuck, Kel. Cut. I get that. Because then they were Chikabuku, cheese, something. Anyway, I've grown very fond of them. And right now we're working on developing the same software
Nice.
I was working with. So, I say that because our thought pattern has to change on how we think. And I said, us working together is going to kill so many myths about how Africans don't like black people in America.
I don't think that they don't like, because I think it's just, like you said, it's a mentality thing. They have a different mentality and they see things differently than we do.
And when you, because you don't get to meet them, because I'm going to have them on the show. I'll make sure it's the show where you on here.
Okay.
Their personalities. Mm-hmm. One is so, his mind is computing and calculating when he's talking to you. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because they was trying so much to hold back their accent. You feel me? Because they didn't want. I get it. In America, it's like, as a man, you around me, you could be you. Mm-hmm. I rather call you by your real name than call you Chuck or Kels. And they were trying to teach me their name. And I was like, okay, hold on. Okay, for the first month and a half, 2 months, you can just call you Chuck and Kels. It's like, no problem. But the thing was, they were so genuine, and they were trying to let me know that they wasn't in the Uber. You know what I mean? It was like the particular dignity that they had. They wanted to more so impress or not let it be known. And I told them, I said, bro, y'all could be who y'all are around me. Because that's more, that gives me more to look at with dignity and integrity, if that means anything to anybody who's listening. I just think if a person is going through something or don't have, it's okay not to have. That's it. You know what I mean? Like when I used to catch buses over females' houses. They're like, you caught a bus? Yep.
But how they know you weren't saving on gas? How they know? How they know
Well,
what your
right.
story is? Like
Right.
they don't know what your story
Yeah,
is.
but I think that these guys, they was born in America, but they was raised in African culture, of course, because they speak languages, and they still go back home
Yeah.
very often. And I just say that to say that it goes with the title of what we're talking about. Things that change you, things that be meaningful in your life, that would can change you and change who you are. I was on the phone yesterday. The guy was telling me how much he don't need to talk to nobody. I said, well, while I'm on this phone.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
really he's saying the opposite. He really needs to talk to somebody.
Right. And he was talking about, man, I really don't need shit, blah, 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 blah. I'm saying,
Yeah,
okay.
most people say that need so much.
So when I said, you know what?
Because why did he say that?
Because
Like, what was the purpose of him saying
Because-
that? And we sitting on the phone.
he said, man, I'm smart. I'm this, I'm that. I said, listen.
So he don't think he's smart.
It's 3 letters you're missing out of smart. EST. You're not the smartest.
But does he really think he's smart?
Yes.
He can't if he goes around saying it.
That's what I tell people.
Like, he
When a per-
can't
when-
think
when-
you
when
that
a-
if you go around
When a
saying it.
person tell me they smart, I don't believe them. I just don't. I don't think most people are smart, because if you're smart, you will make dumbass decisions.
I think people lack common sense. I think people that have
But then
common sense
you
are
got some people
smart.
that would debate you and say common sense ain't common.
Yeah, I think those people that over intellectualize everything
Nah, common sense ain't common sense. to
for some
everybody.
people.
But that's why I feel like common
That's a-
sense
that's-
is smart.
That's relative to
Who
you know
that
what I'm
person
saying,
is.
how you grew up, your environment. You know what I'm saying? So common sense to you ain't common sense to somebody else. If they didn't,
So then how
if
do you
they weren't
determine
taught
if
the-
someone's smart
if they
or
weren't
not?
if they weren't taught the same values?
So how do you
I don't
determine
think
if
I don't think
someone's smart or
I don't
not?
think smart has anything to do with common.
But I'm just asking what determines
Well,
someone to be smart
I'ma
or
tell you-
not.
I'ma
He's
t-
talking about most people that say smart, not smart. So what
Yeah.
makes someone smart?
What makes them unsmart or smart?
What makes someone smart?
Unsmart?
No, smart.
No one's smart. They just understand what they're going through, or understand the problem that's in front of their face. Because you get a
So smart would be
You
more
get-
so of understanding and comprehension.
no.
Because you might be smart in
But-
one area and somebody. That's what I'm saying.
You might
So
just be. Here's the thing.
it's
Change that word
subjective.
smart and just make it good. You might just.
You
Be,
can't say that either.
here's the thing.
Because
Like,
what's good for you might not be good for
I
somebody.
just think
It's
smart.
subjective.
I think smart has everything to do with your ability to learn.
I'll give you
it.
that.
I think intelligence is where the line is drawn with common sense and some of the other things that we think about. Because you can be smart but not be intelligent.
well,
I'll give you that.
I-
As far as the ability to learn.
I can say that. I say everyone has the ability to learn, but everyone has different ways to distribute what they learn. The thing about learning as people, that's what I said. Somebody said, wow, you read 400 books. I was like, yeah, but that don't mean I took it in and made it and applied it. You know what I mean? A book that I read maybe 18 years ago probably just came to usage for me 2 weeks ago. I think smart has. Well, look up the definition if you can. Let's look at the definition and let's make it sense. Like,
Well, using the example that you just made, I think if somebody read 400 books, your ability to retain what's in the books, I think that's being smart.
okay,
Your ability to apply what you've learned is what is connected to your intelligence.
No,
Like you
damn.
being able to be decipher, like, oh, I should do this, I should apply this to my life, and I can act it out.
I can agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I can agree to that in the reality form. Yes,
What you take in and be able to apply.
right.
Well,
What-
it says having or showing a high degree of mental ability.
oh, that's a well,
Yeah, that's
And
why I
then
said
it
like
says
whatever
having,
you learn.
having or showing a quick-witted intelligence.
well, so here's the thing. Everyone possesses the power to be smart. Everyone. If that's the case by definition. The thing is, when they apply it or however they learned it or whatever, who is going to be on the receiving end to say that person is smart would dictate the outcome. This gentleman had said something. I said, well, bro, they got, no, I patented it. Okay, even if you patent it, there are always other ways to patent stuff. I patent it every way possible. If that's the case, how about you not trying to sell it and just license that bitch out and just reap all the benefits? And he was like, huh? Yeah, I said, he's like, I'm gonna see how much you know. I said, he tried to quiz me, and I hit him across the head like 3 times. Oh, so you do know what's up? I said, Negro. I said, pardon my French, but you 27 years old, I'm 50. I have lived a life to where, but I'm from the streets, so I said, listen, I just sound like this at this moment. I've probably seen more street activity than your 27 years. You feel me? I said, don't take what I know as a weakness. Just understand I do know it. So
I agree.
People talking about this, when a person said that they smart, I just realized that they ignorant.
Which means they don't know.
Which means they don't know, because there's always somebody stronger, bigger, better, badder, faster, whatever. Like me, am I the best graphic designer in the world? No. Hell no.
In your mind, yes.
No, not even in my mind.
Not in your mind.
But here's the most strength. There's no one I ever met in my life that can outbeat me in graphic design in a particular time.
In your mind.
No, that I met in my life.
That's fine.
There's no graphic designer that can beat me in coming up with something in 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, and make it look good. You seen how quick I did Perfect Girl, right?
I really wasn't paying attention.
Okay, well, I did it while we was talking. And that was like maybe 11.
Did you? Because I was working on something myself.
Right, that was maybe 11 minutes. And to come up
So
with
I went
something.
up there like, let me time out on. I mean, I saw you working,
Right,
but
so-
I was doing my own
So
work.
it took me approximately 11 minutes. And for me to do that something in 11 minutes, people were like, man, how long it took you to do that? About an hour and a half? I'd be like, no.
You just knew what you were doing.
But I did it all from scratch. And like we talked about it and we just said a couple of bullet points and I grabbed these things and put them together. You feel me? Now, one of the baddest graphic designers out here is Melissa Talbot. But Melissa take her time. And when that boy come out, it be hot. But some of the greatest things for me happens when I do them in 3, 4, 5 minutes.
And that's just your anointing, and that's her anointing.
Right. Well,
That's just how you gotta look at it. That's how she do. That's how you do.
so anyway,
What up, Miss Carmen? Miss Carmen checking in finally. Richard Heath checking in. What up, Rich?
what up, Rich?
Balling with Rich every Sunday, 5 p.m. right here on Podcastic.
you sound like an
Is
old
that how
ass.
he
You
say
sound
it?
like no.
I was about to say, is that how he says it?
That's him.
No.
That's why he said it right here on Podcasting.
Why did you do your neck like that?
He's
And
back.
what's up, Miss Carmen Show? Detroit Table Talk?
Detroit Table Talk.
Every Saturday.
That's 5. Is that
Is
5?
it 5 or 5:30?
What's that 5?
Fine.
At 5 p.m. every Saturday.
They be on
That's how
time.
she said.
No, that's
Oh,
how,
I was about to say.
that's how I'm saying it.
That's how you're saying it.
I can't believe
Shout
you're
out
saying
to
it.
peeps.
That's what's up.
Shout out Girl Boy with the midday vibe.
You said they come on at 2
today
today.
at
Today.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
Make
2
sure you
p.m.
tune in.
And don't forget, today we got our new show coming on. Shop Talk Weekly is coming on today.
Oh, we got a new show?
Featuring, Maurice J gonna be the special guest. We talking about real music, real R&B.
What is? Oh, okay.
The host is Buddy Love, Mia, and B More today. Shop Talk.
Buddy Love, the comedian?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Cool. Nice.
We looking for some fresh talent, y'all. We really trying to push this. No, excuse me. We pushing this thing to another level, and we don't mind new talent. We ain't afraid of you. Bring
What?
that ass,
Why would you be afraid of new talent?
because most people are.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Girl Boy. Good morning, Girl Boy.
Hello. Hello, world.
Good
Morning. Good morning. How do you do?
Keep it cute. You ain't want to join in today?
I'm
Okay,
trying to
then.
catch it, but it reminds me of something on Sesame Street.
Okay. Let me
But
know
mine
if
be
you
so
act-
deep,
Let me know you acting a little, you know what I'm saying, little fake today because you came in late. You don't know how to act.
Never,
Oh, she's about trying to call
Okay,
in,
okay,
too.
okay.
never. What's going on?
Okay. All right, cool, y'all. So I just wanted to say what situation changed my life. I feel as though leaving here 7 years ago changed my life. I moved to Alabama, but then after Alabama, I stayed in Alabama for a year. But then after that, I went to Georgia, and I feel like that changed my life due to the fact of I was on a spiraling downfall, and being around people that it was like when I left 7 years ago was the beginning of the fake era.
I ain't buying y'all shit else. I'm sorry. Go ahead, girl boy. Go ahead, girl boy.
I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that going to down south was slower and folks is greener, to the fact that you be like, hold on. Oh, no, I'm not calling in this morning. Bye, y'all. Y'all rude today. Y'all too rude today. Bye.
No.
Wait, you said you went down to Alabama and it was slow?
We heard
Yeah,
you.
it was slow.
Everything
Like,
that you're
because
saying.
it was country or whatnot. Like, I went to Huntsville, and it was, you know what I'm saying, like retirees supposed to be there and things of that nature. And I learned hospitality there. Like, even though you ain't being fake,
Right.
but it's like you speak to everybody whether you like them or you don't. It's just, hey, how you doing, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
And I think that moving down south changed me because they wasn't doing the same thing I was doing.
Yeah, because you were saying you were smacking hoes in Detroit. So, of
You
course,
feel me?
I think it's nice to speak. I feel like we need to bring that here. To
Pretty
say,
much.
yeah, I feel like we do need to say hello.
So years ago, when my office was downtown, me and Melissa, we was coming from breakfast, and we did a test. We said we're gonna say hello to everybody and see who say hello back.
Okay.
Maybe
How many people?
two,
Not that many.
like 2 out of 28.
Damn. And it's just because
that's
they
how
be
it be.
thinking that you want them. Like, and it's crazy. Like, you can't even say, hey, to nobody. Like, you can't even do the nod to somebody no more. You know how when you look at somebody directly in the eye and be like, what up?
What up?
With the head.
And they
You
been-
can't
Well, I
do
get more.
that
I get
nod.
more of the head nod, and you know what I'm saying, than anything
Yeah.
else, especially from the fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'm
Well,
a
but-
female, so that's different. I
Well,
was gonna say the female.
well, Boog, to be honest
dudes
with you,
speak.
you kind of
All right,
intimidate.
see y'all. Love y'all. Blessings.
Late to
Catch
bed.
me on the Midday Vibe each and every Tuesdays at 2 p.m. today.
Okay, that's when you should have
Podcast.
cut.
Today, 2 p.m.
Today.
Blessings.
So I'll be honest with you, Boog. You might be intimidating to most people. So they give you that hit. No, you.
He
Boog,
don't. Well, I'm a girl.
yeah, you a girl. Like
That's
trust
what I'm
me.
saying. My experience is different.
Look, when Boog, like when I was smaller, Boog would have intimidated me by his
Small,
size.
like what?
Like your size. He used to be your size.
Really?
Yes. I wait.
I used to be your size
Really?
Shit.
a long time. Oh, for real? No, seriously.
What, motherfucking elementary?
No, like all the way through high school. Like I was like
From
90.
high-
I was 90 pounds in high school when I went to high school.
Well, see, again, when I was in high school.
And when I
was-
graduated, like I got up to like 150 by the time I graduated.
When I
And that was because I had to do weight training for football.
When I graduated, I was 96, 94 pounds.
Like
When I graduated, I was small.
maybe 98 pounds. I think maybe 100. I don't know.
Anyways,
Yeah,
like,
I ain't cracked the 100 mark until sophomore year.
I didn't crack the 100 mark until I was 21 years old. I'm being honest with you. I was super small
But I'm trying to find out. So Boog would have been intimidating
to me, right? But like,
I don't believe that.
Yeah, he lied.
It doesn't even make sense for you to even say something like that based
I'm being
how
very-
you are right now. Like,
because I got my weight up, I knock in the
well, not
guy.
even that, but
Hey,
just
look,
how you talk about your past and
I
how
knock
you
in the
grew
guy.
up. That's why I was like, I can't believe that you were intimidated.
We got to call her. Hey, Shizba. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so real quick.
Real quick.
Okay, real quick. Okay, I'm saying like 7 times, real quick.
Real quick.
Okay, because I'm native, indigenous. When I hear a word, I have learned that has really, and this is with the topic. What has changed me? Significant changes is the English word. How crapped up that is. First of all, English is just even prehistoric. Okay, so the source of smart. So I always look for the root word, right? The origin of a word.
Right.
The source of smart is the prehistoric Germanic root word smirch, which meant to be painful, to hurt, and which eventually produced our modern English smart as a verb. To smart has always meant to hurt, usually literally, although latter uses have invoked the word in a figurative sense. There you all go.
There you go.
Boom.
Boom.
I wonder is that where sarcasm was birthed out of?
Yeah, I would
Yep.
think so.
Sarcasm
Yeah.
was probably
Yeah.
birthed out of that
Yep.
So
with the wittiness.
hold on, Shizba. So
Yes.
so here's what I learned. Y'all know what the word nice mean?
What does nice
What?
mean?
To be stupid, to be foolish.
That makes sense.
It makes sense.
You know what? In our native, for natives, especially Navajo, we're raised not to smile. We're raised not to be like funny or humorous, because the minute you show any of sign of that, is a sign of stupidity, ignorance.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
doing stand-up comedy for my own culture, can you imagine that?
So
It's a hard place to be.
right, because you can't even like. So y'all didn't have no good fart jokes or nothing. Y'all, when y'all fart, you didn't laugh or nothing, huh?
We couldn't. It's like to roast on each other was a secretive society. Like you had to be with your aunties to roast on each other, but you couldn't roast on the males, or the males couldn't roast on. It's like a secret little elite. Like little, just because we're at the bottom of the totem pole, in society. So, and we went through all the phases. So,
But
if you showed any sign of.
It's crazy that you're saying that right now, because I was just watching a movie and it had Native Americans in there, right? And what they call Indians or whatever, and they was so like serious, right? And then the minute other people was out the way, they just bust out laughing, right? And then somebody else walked past and they got serious. It was like, wow. So to hear you saying that, it's like Hollywood knows so much about the behavior of cultures, and they use it in film that we laugh at, but it's really real. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's very interesting because
Yeah.
I'm thinking about kids. And like
Yeah,
kids are
and the
just so
kids- and-
free, but like how?
Yeah,
you know
but
what I
see,
mean? Like that's
what
a natural
but
thing.
It's so, yeah, but it's so. And the other thing is, it has to do with being conditioned by the government phases, and
Yeah.
then just for safety and security. Because a lot of us went to boarding school, so we weren't set up in our by the age of 14, I was pretty much removed from. I had no choice to live in my home because I was going off to boarding school for high school. So that's an age where so you just kind of develop this disconnect. And so you kind of condition yourself. And so that's why I do comedy, to allow our communities to understand that was the conditioned ways. Now it's time for you to allow yourself to be you. And it's okay to disrupt the systems that had been created, because our new generation needs to be happy. They need to be unconditional.
So that was a control thing.
Yeah, but
Yes.
here's the thing. Just think. I'm just hypothetically speaking, y'all. So I just told y'all I just got some new buddies, and they from Africa, and I told them the 3 worst things I think, and you just making the point on what I'm about to say. The 3 worst things I think they did for African Americans. One was high school, the Cosby Show, and just focus on the bad part of slavery. Slavery was a horrible, horrible thing, right? If slavery would have never been, I would say we'd be anywhere between 400 to 800 years behind.
Yep.
Okay. So in high school, you just said it. You didn't really go to high school. You went to boarding school. So the things that occurred in high school would never happen in boarding school.
Yeah.
You feel me?
It was just different. Yeah, it was different. I went to a public school where it's mostly white people, because that's what my mom wanted for me. She wanted for me to be able to
Have the experience.
like the word smart. Yeah, no, literally, she wanted me to like the word smart. She wanted me to be resourceful and aware enough to say, okay, find the root word of smart, and you will find the origin of that language. So it's going to break it down that the society, the elite society, isn't as elite as they think they are here in this country.
Actually, they are more deprived educationally than what we think. The people that's educational is the lowest on the totem pole. Those that have the power of manipulation is greater than those that had education right now.
Yes.
So we have to understand when we speak and we say, I just want to be like this person, and you don't know their struggles.
Mm-hmm.
It's wrong. I know somebody, I want to be like Oprah. Well, first you better find a Quincy Jones. Because if it wasn't for Quincy Jones, there would be no Oprah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then if you want to talk about TV, yeah, it wouldn't be no Oprah or Quincy Jones involved in entertainment if there was no Benny Medina. So those are elements that make Oprah happen. Everybody think Oprah happened because she was so smart or intelligent and so great and so good. In reality, she had some of the best opportunities.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I mean?
think
And
people
it's-
don't
and
realize
it's the
that or think
role
about
she
that.
played, and it's the role that she played, which is a part of history. It's what made her who she is. She was able to portray it correctly or very, however, it was the role that she played.
Yeah, and also it was also the person who found her to do that. His name was Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all about.
Basically, she had an opportunity.
Yeah.
And she went for it and it happened.
I feel like intelligence as opposed to smart. So I'm going to look up the word intelligent here in a little bit. But I'm probably I would say it's knowing the tools that you gather through life and knowing how to use those tools.
That's what Boog said. Yeah, that's what's up. Thank you, Shizbah, for giving us a
Yes,
call.
good morning. Have a good day. All
You
right,
too.
much love. Bye-bye.
I think it's interesting because in the Word, that's what the Bible tells us. In all that you're getting, get understanding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is. You're understanding and you're learning how to apply it.
Listen,
But Miss Carmen said Chinese is like that as well.
Yeah.
They look at it as a sign of weakness.
every culture except for our culture. Listen, there's two cultures, white and black. We are color based. We are color based and not culturally based. You feel me?
Yes.
White people or Caucasians in America have no particular language.
They don't have any. Nobody even knows where they come from.
We know where they come from.
Well, some people say that's not true of where they actually come from.
Well, guess what? How do we know east is east, west is west, north is north, and south is south?
Well, because people told us, right? I mean, that makes sense. I understand. That's what I'm saying. I completely
Right.
understand that. But,
Right.
like, again, if you go back, like you said, with the whole black and white thing, like you said, the Caucasians, they didn't have language. They really didn't have culture versus everyone else. It seems
So
like they did.
in America,
You specifically talking about America.
white has no particular language, blacks have no particular language,
No.
and we're color based and not culturally based.
Yes.
Because we have no foods, we have no particular thing to say. Welcome to Minjo's. How can I serve you?
Hey, Lou Ross. Young Lou Ross.
I'm the Uchi Coochie man.
Being a 7 Mile native,
Definitely
root
should have
word
known that
is-
he was calling today.
the root word of smart comes from smart ass, smarty pants. Oh, you think you smart, don't you? We gonna take your shoes, nigga. So, that's where the definition of smart came
No.
from.
Definition of smart.
7 Mile native.
Definition of smart come the opposite of you. Anyway,
And I'm glad that Boog and Brittany proved you wrong with the definition of smart. That really made my day.
we didn't.
That made my day, Lou Ross.
Anything to make your day without you using your tweezers.
No, they
So
proved
listen,
you wrong. They proved your smart ass. Thank you, guys.
D Jones is an official hater of Miles Dixon. He always wants my listen. I be wrong a lot of times. I was wrong about Eminem. I really was. If anybody would have told me that a white boy would be running hip hop, I swear to God, I couldn't have.
Yeah, because Jack Harlow seemed to be coming up.
It's like,
I said that the other day. I was like, wait a minute, what happened?
and what's the bad part about it? We accept it because neither one of them has substance. There's never been an Eminem record that has substance one day in his life except for Lose Yourself. That was the only
Listen.
record that anybody could relate to except for when he started doing his anxiety. So all the people that was pill popping and all that stuff that was going through depression, they understood him, but they didn't listen to him. They just killed themselves.
That's the one thing that bothered me the most about our community is like we set it up, but it's like we don't understand what we have in our hands.
No.
That's not that. It irks my nerve.
You talking about? Listen, I tell anybody every time we walk by. Every time we drive and we see a traffic light, we should say that's us. This air in here, that's us. Get on the elevator, that's us. These lights, that's us. Telephones, that's us. Instead, we be like, "What you doing, nigga? Shit, what you doing? Blah da 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 da." We're not even paying attention to the tools that we have in our hand, Brittany. So,
It's just so frustrating sometimes.
So like that was a nice growl. Yeah, it was kind
First of all, it's
my nipples got hurt.
all right. I'm done. I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Do that growl one more time.
I'm feeling uncomfortable.
I can't even do it. Do it.
No.
Right. You roar growl. You like rah. Anyway,
It's just a frustrating thing, that we don't understand that, and it just hurts my nerve.
Yeah, knowing that D Jones is not smart.
Just even back to the conversation that you just had when dudes calling each other, it's like, "What you doing? I ain't doing nothing." Why aren't you doing anything? Why aren't you doing something? Go do something. Like, please stop playing video games. Stop sitting up getting high and drinking all day. Like, go do something. Go work out. Go read. Go run. Like, go do something.
I wish some days, I swear, I could be normal. Some days I wish that I would.
What's normal for you?
Go out and
Like, what's
He can't
normal?
even answer it.
Like, what's normal for
just
you?
being irresponsible. This is the normality.
The new norm now.
The new norm
with
now.
these younger people or these guys nowadays. They just
some of them could be 40.
they just don't want
Some of them could be
responsibility.
35. Don't want responsibility.
I had a black guy tell me that when I was working at the state of Michigan. I remember him coming up and he was like, "These knuckleheads," and I was like, "What's wrong with them?" And he was like, "They don't want to be responsible." He was like, "That's all it is. They don't want responsibility. They don't want to grow up."
Anytime there's a job shortage, but not a job shortage. There's an employee shortage. And there's more people poor right now
Because they swear they not.
than there was 2 years ago.
Yeah. It seems like it's like I said, it goes back to it seems like that in our community. Like they just
Why we don't want to fucking work?
why don't they want to grow up? Like I don't understand.
And Toys R Us closed, so they can't say they want to be a Toys R Us kid. So why they want to?
But see, I feel like this. You always do what you have to do in order to do what you want to do, right? So I've always been taught that. So it's like, okay, let me go ahead, let me do my work, business before pleasure. That's another thing I was always taught. So let me go ahead, let me do this work, let me get this done, let me do this, and then I can go play, and then I can go do what I need to do.
True.
Like I feel like they have lost that concept.
Yeah,
like, when you supposed to do your homework before you go outside to play?
I think life made things cheaper for distractions to move forward even faster. There has never been a time where you get on the airplane for $40.
No.
Never. Now you can. You couldn't get in the airplane for $16, $18.
Are we riding Spirit? Or
Yeah,
Delta?
it
Because
don't
I ain't
matter.
seen no Delta for $40.
Oh no.
I ain't seen no.
I ain't never seen Spirit for $40.
I seen Spirit for 40, but I ain't seen Delta for no $40.
I ain't seen that for Spirit since
I
they
definitely
started.
seen Spirit.
They got it now.
Who? Spirit or Delta?
Spirit.
Because I was about to say Delta definitely don't have it now.
Delta would never have
It's
it.
almost $900 for a ticket.
Yeah, Delta
We'll be right here.
You in that Sky Club for
I'm in all Sky Clubs. I'm in Delta
With
Sky
Spirit?
Club, Spirit.
The
That's
Spirit
what I'm
Club.
saying. Like I know you can get prices like that on Spirit if you in that Sky Club or whatever they got.
It was
They be sending me stuff all the time.
it originally was a $9 fare club, but now
for Spirit,
Yeah, that's what it was.
For Spirit, it
But look,
was.
oh
No, we ain't seen
Yeah,
nothing.
but you got to be in the club to get that fare.
For Spirit.
not today. I'm gonna show you. And okay, hypothetically speaking, even if it is, it's $70 a year. 70.
That's fine.
But I'm about to show you.
He
Look,
like, I'm not convinced.
look, book. Like this on their website. Hold on. This is crazy how if you tilt your phone a particular way, it won't even turn. Like it's got to be damn near even. I hate people.
That's
I
the
hate,
phone.
I hate Judy Jones. It's $40, right?
Saving to make
A one way.
fares.
Yeah, that's all I travel is one ways. Because
So
I can fly
for
more.
members is 40, for non-members is 60.
Yeah,
That's a one way.
yeah. I only fly
Like one ways, or you like round trip?
But I do round trips.
I like round
I don't
trip. I don't
understand
like
doing
one
one
way.
way.
You know, because I connect. So I would go like when.
I want to know when I'm coming back.
Next week, no. Listen, next week they have a sale for like $28.
I mean,
right?
you can because for Delta you can get a flight super cheap if it's a one way.
Yeah.
That's for any airline. But you know, just like I said, you're not getting the $40 flight unless you're a part of.
Yeah. Okay. So
the
you do
club.
get cheaper flights if you're
Saying.
part of the club, but $70 for a year. If you break it down, that's roughly $6.
I mean, that makes sense if you're traveling
Yeah.
regularly. If you're
Yeah.
not traveling regularly, then somebody not going to look at that like, oh yeah, I'm about to give y'all $70 when I know I only travel once a year, if that. Because some people don't even take a plane. A lot of people drive.
I'm gonna tell you this, and it sounds
So
sad.
if you're a frequent flyer, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
You know,
Make it make
it's-
sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it make
It's
sense.
a very intelligent decision.
I'm glad you're so smart. I see how you applied your intellect. You're so smart.
Both of them big heads, motherfucker. Both of them got big heads.
So, because we're highly intelligent.
Yes, y'all are. Y'all so smart. You know, y'all in
Let's
jeans.
stop laughing because we ain't supposed to be. We showing a sign of weakness. Don't laugh.
Yeah, y'all weak.
What are you talking about? You don't call me weak. I don't even laugh. I don't smile in public.
At all.
I'm doing a show like this for the remainder. Let's see how this works.
Okay, let's
Let's
try this.
like not laugh or joke.
gonna be
or see.
real
We're gonna
serious.
be serious the entire time.
I think black people need to be more serious
Yes, they need to stop being so nice
and pompous.
and being smart.
And
That's what
who?
they need to
And pompous.
spell it.
And pompous.
You're not supposed to laugh.
You're supposed to laugh, you lose.
You're not supposed to laugh. You're supposed to be serious at all
That
times.
is ignorance at its finest.
I mean, that's very uncomfortable to be that. I feel like that takes so much energy.
That's what Shizbot was saying.
Yeah, like,
why
that's
she-
just too much.
That's
like,
why she chose comedy.
she should have. Because honestly, it takes more energy. If you think about it, right? To be mad at somebody, like angry, it takes more energy for you to be mad and angry at somebody than to just say, let it go. You know what I'm saying? To let it go. Just forgive and let it go. It's actually free.
What's the guy who's
Yeah,
African?
it take a lot of energy to lie and make up stories and keep making up
takes
more
so much
stories. and
energy,
keep it-
like,
because you gotta keep the story up and then you gotta keep connecting stuff to the story so you can make your original story make sense to somebody else.
D. Jones, you listening?
I feel like that just takes so much energy.
Too much.
What's the name of the talk show guy? He's from Africa.
What talk
Talk
so
show,
Michael Blackson? Him?
No.
I don't know who you're talking
that's a
about. That's the only
comedian.
African
Yeah,
black
he
guy
ain't got
I
no-
know.
He don't
And
have
I
a talk
speak about
show,
the
though, do he?
podcast.
No.
That I don't know who you're talking
No,
about. The
talking about-
African. Oh, Trevor Noah.
You talking about the South African dude?
He talking about
Still from
Trevor
Africa.
Noah.
Yeah, Trevor Noah.
Trevor
Yeah,
Noah.
he's South African, right?
Yeah,
still
man,
African.
He's African.
Charlize Theron. She's African
Who?
too.
She's
the actress.
She's South African too.
She's South African.
Who is she? I never heard of her.
She's an actress.
Actress Charlize Theron.
She played in Monster. Okay.
She played in the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Did she play in Black Panther?
No.
No.
That's so stereotypical.
But she is African and she's white.
Was Wakanda in South Africa?
No, they created a world.
Yeah, but it was a real. It was in a real country in Africa.
Right.
What was that country called?
I
I
forgot.
don't know.
We would have lost the damn Jeopardy question. You know what?
I mean, I forgot. I mean,
I don't know. I'm being smart.
But you're not
I'm being smart.
But you're
I
not
don't
being
know.
intelligent. You didn't even think. You just.
I
don't
really
know.
didn't. No, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't saying lying.
I'm not about to sit up here and be like, I didn't know.
You
It takes too much energy.
You didn't even see Black Panther, did you?
I did see Black Panther.
Did you like it?
I love Black Panther.
Me too.
We
Boom.
go Wakanda forever.
just
I
watched
love
Black
the
Panther
general.
last week. I've been watching Marvel for like the last 2 weeks.
With Marvel. So,
So-
you like what's the new Avengers that came out? Or no, what is the new thing that just
Doctor Strange was last.
Doctor Strange was the last.
was
one.
it good? Because
But
I keep getting mixed
They
reviews.
just dropped
on it.
the Miss Marvel on Disney Plus, so that's the one thing that's out now.
Really?
Yeah, and it's
Was it
another-
good?
I haven't watched it yet.
So have y'all? So have you ever heard of the show? What is it? Good Boys or something like that? Good Boys.
Oh, the one on Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that
I don't
was
watch
terrible.
those.
I thought it was just me
That was
because I'm like,
terrible.
this is stupid.
Yeah, Marvel is the only thing I've watched any type of.
If it's
TV
superhero,
show,
yeah,
series.
Marvel.
So
I like X-Men.
So after I watched the first season,
Why are you laughing?
because I just said it was terrible, but I watched the first season.
I didn't only. I
Well,
barely,
you can't know it's terrible if you don't watch
I'm
it.
gonna be honest. I,
Right.
I
After
couldn't
two shows,
even,
you really. It's
after 10 minutes.
Well, you know, sometimes like
the
if it's
gore.
a series, you want to give it the benefit of the doubt because sometimes they be crappy in the beginning because they trying to
Yeah.
build the story and all this other stupid.
I don't know. I
I
fell
think
in
the
love.
So
special,
sometimes-
the special effects were so unrealistic to me. I just couldn't. I'm like, I can't even do this.
So let me tell you, one of the first things. So this guy was about to propose to this girl, right? You ready for this? He got on one knee, right? You ready?
Miss Carmen said, "Why people be smiling a lot though?"
Because they like coming.
She like, "Why people be smiling a lot?"
I said that.
Yeah.
To my other cultures, they be.
But white people be smiling a lot.
Oh, that's because they always
Why?
never mind.
So good. Did you see the first episode of Good Boys or Good for whatever?
I
it
did.
is?
That's what I'm telling you.
So
I
he
didn't like
was
it.
getting on his knees, right, to propose to his girl, and so the superhero ran through her and made her explode.
He wasn't proposing.
Dang.
He wasn't about to propose.
I mean, they was having a conversation. He was holding her hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was holding her hands, and you know they all in love and blah 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 blah. And then the next thing you know, it goes in like slow motion. Blood splatters on him, and
he's still
then
holding her
he's
hand.
holding her hands, but she has completely
Blown up,
just.
disintegrated.
But for me, it was the special effects because I was like, that's not even no. Like with the Marvel movies, with them and they do their special
well,
effects.
actually, Marvel don't ever show blood.
It's not even a matter of them showing blood. It's just like, even though it's fake, it looks so realistic to me.
Wasn't yeah? Well, the
To
only
me.
time
That's
Marvel
why I
show
can get
blood
into
when,
Marvel,
when
like,
Tony
they
Stark
never-
get fucked up. Every time Tony Stark he be bleeding like a motherfucker, and they show Thanos when somebody cut him. He's like, all this one drop of blood.
I don't. It just. It's a fake world, but it just.
They
seems
show
so,
blood
like
in
they
the,
draw you in with Marvel.
What's the name?
I
Doctor
couldn't with
Strange
the Good
movie.
Boys.
Did
It was
they?
just.
That's right, because he
I couldn't
got
with the Good
cut. He
Boys.
got cut. I
They
wish
showed
it was-
they showed a bunch of stuff in the Doctor Strange movie. It was their first movie that had like horror stuff in it, and you know.
But I even
so
like Mortal Kombat. Who did that? That wasn't who. Do you know who did produce that? Mortal
what is
Kombat.
it? Mattel?
Yeah.
Mattel.
Because I
wish-
think they do X-Men, right?
No,
No.
X-Men is under Marvel.
Is it under Marvel? Okay, I always get those two confused.
I wish they would have shown the. If,
I like X-Men
if
too.
Wolverine would have blood in it. You know what I mean? I think Wolverine would be more exciting.
But what's crazy is that I don't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's how I'm so drawn
Only
into
Miles
the.
think about stuff.
No,
No,
only Miles.
Because
Like this don't look real because I need to see the blood.
No,
But that's
'cause I
what
think-
makes it
But they
so-
all in a like, well, at least in Marvel now, everything is like in a new universe. So
Yeah,
everything is like.
But I'm so drawn into
It's
those
Miss
stories. Like
But-
I love it.
but-
Good morning, Miss Carmen.
Good morning, Miss Carmen.
Good morning, Miss Carmen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello. Hello, Miss
It
Carmen.
only works when you guys do it together. It doesn't work by yourself.
Okay.
Right.
I almost said the F word. I swear to
You're
God.
not being intelligent.
Frost.
Go on, Miss Carmen.
Frost.
All right, Miss Carmen, we got about 5 minutes.
The most significant
Shit, that's just going to be the
thing
introduction.
that changed my life. I think it would have to be my children. You know, having children and having.
Shout out to children. Children will change your life. Brittany wouldn't know nothing about that, but go ahead.
Yeah, just having children and
Not yet.
having to redirect my life and how I think about things, how I go about things.
Right.
You know, putting them first and not necessarily myself. So
That's what's up.
that's about it.
Oh, Miss
Yeah.
Carmen.
Okay.
I think you're gonna say the first time your boyfriend cheated on you. I swear to God, I was gonna throw my coffee at this goddamn screen.
I was gonna say, when I was 12
Listen,
years old.
every
and
story
I got-
Miss Carmen have, it'd be like, yeah, this dude he cheated on me, and da 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 da. Be like, dang.
Miss Carmen, we gotta let that
How
go.
many?
we
How
gotta
many?
talk
How
about
many
it.
boyfriends was this?
We gotta
Good
talk
grief.
about it. We gotta talk about this. We gotta let
Forget
that
about
die.
boyfriend. How many years was this
This
ago?
a serial. You a serial boyfriend?
You didn't hear?
Haver.
Would you,
A serious boyfriend have.
would you,
It might be the same. Is it the same person, Miss Carmen, or is it multiple?
Person, I keep telling y'all that. Don't be trying to make me like I'm a serial dater.
Oh, it was the
No,
same
you was
person.
a serial dater back in the day. Don't even try to act like you wasn't.
No,
But she was. I mean, it was Dating,
wasn't.
you can date.
I can count on one hand as many boyfriends I've had, and I'm 50.
So
You can count on one hand.
Damn.
Yeah.
How about how many toes?
This hand,
Okay.
just one hand at that, not both hands.
Oh, so you
Miss Carter, we might have to talk about it though. Like we gotta release some of this that we're holding on to.
We'll have a drink day. Thank you, Ms. Carmen, for calling in.
Okay, love you guys. Bye-bye.
Love you, Miss Carmen.
What was you about to ask me?
No, don't worry
Something
about that.
you about to ask.
Don't worry about that. I don't even want to know because it's too. I don't even think about that. So
Yeah, I think the most significant thing that altered my life was being a caregiver for my dad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's something yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's
being a caregiver,
deep.
especially when you do it full time and you like sacrifice everything else in your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And that
do
was a
something
big
for
deal
that
for me.
Did your dad go through the thing when he was delirious?
I
That's
mean, I
probably-
guess so. I mean, he had dementia, so
Yeah. So that's probably the most.
he went
hurtful
through
thing for me.
the different stages or whatever. So seeing him going through each stage,
That's tough
Yeah.
to see somebody.
so
Yeah.
and then on top of that, he had cancer.
Yeah.
What kind of cancer?
Where it started in prostate, and then it went through everything.
Okay.
Bone
That's
cancer.
one thing that bothered me in the medical field, that they don't, like, when you do your physicals every year, like, yeah, they check your blood and your blood's supposed to tell you everything, but it still doesn't tell you enough because a
Blood
lot of times
not-
they miss that.
Nah, you got to ask for a specific test.
Yes,
and that's
and
what
I-
most people don't know. when
And
they
I
go to
feel
the
like
doctor.
you should do it because they were saying it's not good to do it every year because of all of the
Chemicals. in
with
there.
with going through the machines. But I'm like, at least put it in someone, you know what I'm saying, at least once every 5 years, because nobody know what's going on with their body. And with
Nobody.
that,
5 years is too long.
okay, maybe every 3 years.
That's
I
way
don't.
too
I
long.
mean, I'm just saying
2
we
to
need to
3
come
years,
to
yes.
something where people can do a full body scan so we can know what's going
But
on.
you know what?
Because
The only way they're gonna do that is gonna take them like maybe 1 to 2 generations to do those type of tests to find out what's effective and what's not.
true,
Yeah,
yeah.
but-
But
but-
that's something that it really irks me.
Make the initiation of doing it, and because you have a valid point, you're a woman and you have more things that goes on with your body than men do, and that will hold more validation. I want to speak.
They go to the doctor more often than we do.
Yeah, they
We
go
have
more.
to.
They go more,
And we go to multiple
but
doctors.
they can weigh in more on actually making that possibly a medical type of law or a bill.
I think, yeah, that's a big deal for me. And I always think about that. I always like to talk to people about that because it is a big deal. And I think, too, we're also a little bit more in tune with our bodies because our bodies do go
Do
through
change.
so much.
So I do want to ask this on a serious note. Back to the Avengers, right?
You know, I didn't like the Avengers, but that's another thing.
Okay.
I like X. I was an X-Men fan.
So
I like
I think
X-Men.
the X-Men.
Like the Avengers?
I think it's
I
really
couldn't get into the Avengers
That's
first. I
blasphemous.
No, I think it should have been. Well, I think it should have been at least 1 or 2 X-Men in the Avengers to make it more
Yes.
exciting
Yeah.
in a sense of like Wolverine again. Thanos. Y'all do know why Thanos.
you really like Wolverine
Yes, I'm gonna tell you why.
because he couldn't die.
And he's the only one who fucked Thanos up. He was the only one. The reason why Thanos even got those scars, them scars on his face was from Wolverine.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the one who was able to put Thanos on. Wolverine put Thanos on his ass. I mean, to where
Yeah,
Thanos,
I think the new with this new I guess you could say group of writers and producers that they have for Marvel now, like they reintroducing this little stuff. So if you saw the last Doctor Strange movie, they reintroduced Professor Xavier.
did they?
Yeah,
Who played
How
him?
is he? Is he? You like him?
same person,
Oh,
That's dope.
the same person, but he was just older. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold
So
on,
it was like-
Picard
Yeah.
or
yeah. So they
But I like him.
they reintroduced him, and he was like in a certain part, and it was just like, you know what I'm saying? So
That's dope.
they're supposed to be part of the new MCU. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, then I'm
So
gonna have to
I
get
don't know
into
how
that.
they gonna integrate it going forward, but they did.
I'm glad streaming became like it is because now more Marvel shit can come out.
I
Because
love Marvel, yeah.
before it was a political thing because of movies, so you had to wait 2, 3 Marvel movies, maybe three.
Well, you know, they
Every 3
started the as soon as they started doing the series for Netflix, I knew it was gonna end up trending that way because you always had people in between the movies trying to figure out what connected certain stuff to what and what was the real background story. Because, in the movie, you still kind of got to leave stuff out. And so people be trying to figure out, well, why did this happen or why did this happen? Oh, you
talking like Daredevil and all that?
Yeah, so all of that stuff that be happening like behind the scenes, that's why the people, watch the shows.
Iron Fist was the worst.
Iron Fist.
I haven't even watched it yet.
Yeah, Iron Fist is
I just want to watch them now because I would just want to see. The only one I ended up watching for real was Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage.
Luke Cage was I like Luke Cage.
I was mad that they discontinued it.
Yeah, because I think it had a lot to do with, again, because it had to result back. Now it had to go to X-Men. After that, after Luke Cage, it got to go straight to X-Men. Because it was no other way would he be?
Well, I think they should have kept the Defenders going. I mean, the Defenders basically was based in New York, protect the city. So you already got elements of them trying to protect New York with the Avengers and all that other stuff. So I feel like the Defenders should still have a place because y'all still going from here to MCU to back to Earth. You know what I'm saying? So they should still have a place, just like. Same thing with the X-Men. You still got, if you're going to bring Professor Xavier back, y'all need to go ahead and just show his school again, wherever it's at on Earth, whether y'all want to place it in the U.S. or if y'all want to place it in London or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They should. That's how they should do it. You know
shout out to
if everything stays in MCU, then I think it's going to get kind of whack.
Yeah, it get corny.
Yeah.
All right.
You said shout out to who?
Halle Berry for playing Storm.
Man, the best Storm.
For real.
Real talk.
Brittany, tell me where they can find you at.
Here.
Right.
Facebook, Brittany Chanel. Instagram, it's me, Brittany Chanel. And I'll keep y'all posted on everything else I got going on.
That's what's up. You can find me, MDixon313 on Instagram, Miles Dixon, the Mediapreneur, right there on Facebook. 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on the Rise to Grind Morning Show and Podcast at 2 o'clock on Girth. Tuesdays on Girth, 9:30 on Thursday nights. You can catch me on The Truth.
The Truth. What's up, y'all? I'm Boog. Follow me at Boogs World, Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you follow Groove Radio Detroit at Groove Radio DET on Instagram and Facebook. Follow OMJ Detroit, OMJDetroit.com. OMJ Detroit is on Instagram and TikTok. Stay tapped in. My album release party is next Wednesday. So if you want to go, if you want to come and hang out with me and hear some music or whatever, I am performing some joints live. Holla at me. All right? You can hit me on Facebook or hit me on Instagram.
All right. On that note, we are out.
Up early in the morning, get the kids off to school.